Today we are in Dubai Studio City, the hub of media and entertainment, but also a really nice community. In this video, we're gonna show you why. This area was established in 2005 and it's a free zone for entertainment and media. It's similar to Media City, but the difference now is that you can actually live here. It's a really nice community.
Studio City is 22 million square feet. It is a mix between professionals and where you would have naturally the movie production and the film studios, hence the name. But there's also a growing residential area and community around this neighborhood, making it lively not just on the weekdays, but also actually the weekends. Where it's located is quite interesting as well, and I think this is why the residential area is growing more and more. As the city grows, this has become more and more central than it was in 2005. So driving out here from the Palm where we came before, we passed by Aryan, we passed by Barsha, in between kind of Arabian Ranches, Damak Hills and Aryan, I would say, or Motor City actually behind us here. So there's a lot of communities around this neighborhood, making it a good location and kind of like the melting pot or the crossroads in between all these neighborhoods.
Now we are in the business area, and as you can see, it's quite dead. It's a Sunday, so it makes sense. When they built this, it was quite good location because it's outside Dubai City. But now, because Dubai have grown so much, it's kind of in the middle of Dubai right now. So I can imagine that the traffic is quite bad during the peak hours in the morning and in the evening. You should probably live here if you work here. It's convenient because you can just walk from here.
Yeah, and you got some nice amenities around here, right?
You have the pool club here.
Yeah, it's a polo club, yeah. The polo club just next to it. But that's actually outside Studio City. And now we're gonna go over to the other side,
which is more the residential area. As you can see over
so
there.
let's head over there, yeah?
Now we're walking against the residential area, and just before we had a really nice brunch here, Circle Cafe. It's a chain all over Dubai. The good thing with this place is all you can eat. So you pay 69 dirham and you can choose how many dishes you want, and you also got coffee or tea. The only thing, like, you need to eat it up, otherwise you get a fee for it. But it was actually really nice.
Yeah, normally these buffets are, you know, they sound good before and then it's just a bad idea, but yeah, I think all the dishes were fresh and nice.
It's like a buffet, but you just pick and choose, and actually really good quality as well.
And they come in with the plates fresh, so highly recommend.
Yeah, the man thought I want to have 5 dishes by myself, but we just shared 5. That was enough for us.
That was enough for us. So highly recommend Circle Cafe. They're all around town. Just Google it and you'll find it. Approaching the residential area here, found a little park, a playground. Passed by this project. Seems to be like a hotel. Very dead. I get like Eastern European communist vibes of the building. Quite depressing. You see it sometimes. Oh, hello. Here in Dubai with the ghost buildings and some projects that, especially in the beginning of the 2000s, they were building and constructing a lot, and the regulations were not hard. You know, they were accepting basically any developer, which meant some companies went in here and started developing, but they couldn't afford completing the project. Now the government here in the UAE have actually put in things into practice just to ensure that investors will feel safe putting in the money with developers. So developers actually have to have the cash to fund the projects, and you utilize escrow accounts especially for end users and investors, just to make sure that your money is protected and safe. So no more ghost buildings. So the area is known, or at least online, it's saying that it's a family-oriented area. We don't actually know anyone who lives here, but what we have figured out is it's actually quite small, right? Because mainly it was utilized for production and for like companies, like the business park. But the residential area around it there's just a couple of blocks here. We'll talk more about it as well. You probably hear the noise, the engine noises, right? Because they have the Autodrome over here and Motor City. Right, so this area is actually connected to Motor City, which is a lot bigger. That's why I'm guessing that, you know, there's not as many green areas here and whatnot. You'll probably find it more when you approach and go into Motor City. Okay, let me guide you through then the properties in Studio City. We have the first one here, 101, I think it's called. It's an 8-story building, quite nice, done by, I think it's a smaller developer. It's actually doing that one, we can put down in the notes. Then the main developer here is Danube, our friends. They have Glitz 2, 1, and then number 3 there. So the whole kind of like residential side of Studio City is like one long chain essentially, with these little nice parks and green areas in between. You still hear echoing, I don't know, It's like insects. The noises from all the engines from the autodrome over there. There's also Azizi with Mirage over here as well have a development. But all in all, there's only a few developers that actually have residential areas here. And what I do like here, that it's actually all tied into one place. So it's not that spread out. So at least you get that community, and it's quite intense or dense in between, which means that the restaurants and cafes and supermarkets, they can all be gathered in this space, which is good when you have a small community.
As we walk in here by the residential building, you have all the residential building on this right side. But then if you look here to the left, there is so many empty plots here. So I wonder how that's going to be, if they're going to build a lot here or if they're going to keep it like that.
I think it's the case. And then we started off, where did we begin?
Over there,
yeah, so
101.
You can kind of see like it's not the biggest community.
No, it's quite small. So my feeling in this area, I really like the blocks, the green area between the different buildings. So you kind of get this green oasis in every building blocks. However, it's quite small and it's stuck between different other areas. It's a little bit too small to get community feeling.
Yeah, and their own identity, I guess.
Exactly. And the other thing is, if you check the kind of the commercial units, it's a lot of cheap supermarket, barber. It's kind of dragged down the feeling as well. It doesn't feel that luxury, even if it's not the most exclusive developer. I like the buildings, but just because these commercial stores,
the restaurants,
it's not that nice, I will say. The only good thing was the Circle Cafe. That was really nice. So if they have more similar cafes and restaurants like that, this area have been even better.
I bet, but I think this one is my favorite.
This block, yeah.
Glitz-free.
Yes.
So maybe you like this area and wonder, okay, how much would it actually cost to buy a property here? There's only apartments here, there's no villas, so it makes it quite a lot easier, as well as the developers, I would say, are kind of similar scale, and the buildings are of similar quality, at least what we've understood and heard. So if you want to have a one bed here, you would have to pay around, right now, according to Bayut, it's around 930k for a one bed. A two bed goes for just slightly under 1.3 million, and then a three bed supposedly is around 1.3, 1.4, up to 1.5 million dirhams, that is. So pricing wise for Dubai, it's quite affordable. It would compare to, I would say, probably like Al Fujan area with the newer construction there. Of course, there are areas around here that are actually priced higher and newer communities. So the location is good, and for the price, I think it's actually priced pretty decently, I would say. Talking about rent, a one bed would go for around 70,000 dirhams a year. Two bed, you would have to pay around 90k-ish, and then a three bed, probably about above 100,000 dirhams on an annual contract. So rental-wise, similar to some of the areas in JVC, quite similar to, again, Al Fujan, probably quite similar to Aryan on the other side as well. They're priced quite equally. So in a future video, we're actually going to look at comparison between these different areas and that type of price range to give our kind of like pros and cons, and hopefully help you decide on which area you want to live or invest in Dubai.
So if we summarize this area, what is your opinion?
Yeah, we were discussing it backs and forwards, like we're on and off. We're actually positively surprised and like enjoy it much more than we thought.
Yeah, I really like the green areas between
really
the
nice.
blocks. It feels like a family feeling. However, it's a little bit too small for me. I don't get this community feeling that I've been feeling in other areas. And also the supermarkets and the other commercial is probably not our taste.
Yeah, it's each for their own, of course, with the restaurants and everything. Yeah, I agree. We were talking about the identity and the feeling of the area, and I think that's where it's probably for us at least lacking that true identity. But it seems like people around here are actually enjoying themselves and really liking it here and smiling. So again, positively surprised, and also with buildings and the design here especially by Danube and Azizi, done a good job, we believe, in kind of creating a coherent or a unified feeling across the block. So yeah, price-wise, good range.
And there's a lot of big schools next to us, like in the Motor City. So you have that, you have a lot of playgrounds for families. So
yeah, you have malls around here, you have the Arabian Ranches Souk. There's a lot of things going around here. Trump's golf course over here. So you could have a lot of fun if you live in this neighborhood.
And the location-wise is good as well. The only thing is probably the traffic during the peak hours.
Yeah, but that's Dubai for you. So you can never get rid of that. So yeah, we'll have to check out. I'm actually curious about inside of the apartments. We haven't been to any viewings here in the past. So that's a plan for us, especially this year, is of course we're checking out the areas, but more also on the actual units.
Yeah.
What makes sense in terms of investments, what the different developers are doing. So that's what's lying in store. And hopefully you enjoy this video. We want to share, we want to be as open and honest about journey
Feeling.
of feeling and journey of exploring different investment opportunities, different areas for people who want to invest here or relocate. So if you enjoy, click that subscribe button and give us some comments and feedback. We always love it.
And don't miss out our new Instagram.
Yes, we have a new Instagram, so if you like this video, you get to see even more of our real life and our everyday life on Insta, so hit us up over there.
See ya!